So I thought I'd take you a little bit behind the scenes in how I curate my stock photo collections from different images that I take every other day. I go out for a walk, I'll shoot a bunch of images, I'll go down to the beach. Just like you see here, this is just like a typical day. I'm walking down to the beach. I'll take images like these. I'll take images of people surfing, or the waves, the ocean, little things I see on the way like this, beautiful color. And then I'll come home and there'll be a beautiful light hitting the glass vase in my office. So like, that's pretty, I'm gonna take that, and I'll end up with like a bunch of images. And I literally do this every other day. And so I have to curate them into different collections, and this process kind of takes a while to do. I'll leave some images out. I'll once I have enough together, I'll put that together in a collection and release it into the membership or into the library. And so I also like coming up with different color themes. So this is when I was working on my teal, and then it was a mustard yellow theme. I got really excited. I went out and bought a bunch of props, and I thought I'm going to do a teal and yellow, like a mustard yellow color scheme, and then find a bunch of lifestyle images that would fit that. Now, when I came around to shooting it and then editing and going through the images, I actually was not loving the sort of yellow combination of the images. I loved this, this like teal thing coming on, and I had also this like natural elements that I brought in that I kind of just threw together. It just happens while I'm setting up the shots. I'll like add this and that, and like, oh, the little browns come together, let's throw in some of these natural. I literally just pick them up when I'm walking in the park. I'll pick up little things, and like, that's great little prop for a shoot. But I wasn't loving, this yellow wasn't working for me. And then of course I've got pink walls. My entire house is painted pink, so I don't actually have any white walls, so it's quite challenging, and this just was not working for me. So typically I just actually set up a whiteboard behind the desk where I shoot all my desktop images. So that's how I do that and get rid of the pink wall. But what I was really liking was like this orange that was popping up, and I was like, that actually works really, really well. And I then decided to Google what color palettes work well together with teal. So now I'm loving my teal. So if you have a color that you absolutely love, it can be, a light dusty rose pink or a lilac, Google color name and color palettes. So in this case, I'm looking for building up that teal stock photo collection. I want to see what colors work together. And you can see I'm not seeing much yellow here. So I don't know what I was thinking with this yellow mustard scheme. I mean, it does kind of pop up here a little bit, but what I'm seeing more is like oranges or like peaches and corals. And so when I saw that, I was like, well, that's why that sort of burnt orange is looking, that's why I'm liking it. I'm liking this burnt orange look with the teal. And then this kind of confirmed it for me when I started looking at different color palettes. And you can even see the fall colors is coming in. I was like, this is perfect for a fall collection. I didn't even plan this, but the teal and then the burnt orange, I'm like, this is going to be a great fall collection. And what I could even do is combine some fall leaf, lifestyle images with that collection. That would be like a beautiful little collection, and it'll have that fall feeling. So that's what I encourage you to do when you like love a color. I would go ahead and just Google color palettes. You can also look in Pinterest. I mean, Pinterest is great for looking for visual examples. I can even put in here teal. You can even use this teal aesthetic. but I would probably do like a color palette as well. And then there we're going to see so lots of nice examples. And there again, we've got the burnt orange. Here we have a little bit of the yellow, but it's more of a cobalt blue. So that would probably work better with my yellow vase that I've got. Here we've got some oranges. So the other vibe and feeling that I'm getting from this is like, it's bright, it's like sunsets. We've got, florals, we've got the autumnal kind of fall feeling, oranges, sunsets again. So that's the sort of feeling I'm getting from these images. So when you're looking for, a feeling to convey with your, the images that you're picking with your brand, just have a quick Google and see like what comes up and what feeling you're getting from the images that you see. I'm just going to use another example like sea foam. Some of you might not know that this is like actual color, but sea foam is like a beautiful, like almost like a turquoisey. I've got some, trying to see, I have some here. This is kind of sea foamy. It's almost like turquoise, but it's got a little bit more of a greeny tint into it. So let's go back and have a look. So if I want to do a seafoam color palette, which I am working on right now, and it might already be in the library by the time you watch this video, but I'm seeing light pink. Oh, that's beautiful, lovely pastels. And so I'll probably find some props in these light pinks and almost like, it's a little bit teal, but it's on the greener side. And then we've got like lilacs here. I'm not sure I'm loving that. I really like this sort of combo. And then we've got some greens as well, like a mint seafoam green, light blue also works nice. So come into Google, just have a feeling, and then look at the images. So here I'm seeing it's like watercolors, it's pastels, it's kind of got that painterly feel. And that's the feeling I'm getting from this color palette. So going back to our teal mood board, what I did in this case is I grabbed this image, dropped it in my phone so that I have it when I go and buy props, and I can actually look at the colors and compare it to the objects. And then that's how I'm purchasing the props, so that they fit nicely together. So coming back here, I picked out the images that I liked from the shoot that I did with that sort of burnt orange vibe, and then I put them into a new gallery called Burnt Orange. I haven't really named it yet at this stage, but here I've got, I'm really liking these. I'm liking the little orange touch. I'm liking the, I use different photos, but I really like the one of the mountain, and because it's like mountains and we've got this natural feel to it, that complements it really well. So, and then of course on the book we've got a mountain as well. Then we've got these natural elements. Even the pins are like a natural wood feel. The crystals are like a natural sort of rough textured. They're not polished crystals or gemstones. So then I started collecting some images from my lifestyle shoot, the images that I shoot every day when I'm going out. I'm like, there's some burnt orange, there's some burnt orange. This is kind of how I'm curating the collection. And then once I've built up enough images, that's when I'll add it into the library. So here we've got sort of, it's like similar, we can even bring up this color palette and put it next to it, and you can see we've got like the similar vibe going on, this like dark orange, burnt orange feel. We've got like some natural colors, and this light one would probably be like a lighter version of the teal. So that's how I'm building up collections with, picking out a color palette and then finding 2 or 3 colors that match. And then as long as you have a couple, like 3 colors that are cohesive, and you want to change one color, make sure two of those three colors, like for example, here we're changing the color. We've got more of like a light, I don't even know what this color is. It's like an icy blue color. It goes well. It's not exactly in our color palette, but it fits. And so we still got the burnt orange, which is cohesive, and then only this is changing, but it's still within our theme, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go to one collection that I just curated called Simple Mornings. So I just had a quick shoot one morning. It was literally just a few images, and I got a new journal. So that's basically how I was inspired. I got this new journal from my wonderful coach that had these butterflies on, and I was like, I've actually got stamps with butterflies. They're from South Africa, which I collected since I was a child, and brought those out. I have this like little lime green pen which picked up the colors in the butterfly. We've got little yellow, little coral, almost like a lime green color theme, and then these stamps just matched perfectly. And then I had these little note cards. It's got that raw, natural sort of texture to them, which is like, I think fits wonderfully. And then I just set up my little desktop, and I had the morning light coming in, put the coffee there. I was literally about to have breakfast, photographed my breakfast, brought out this note card, which picked up the little, the coral peach sort of tones here and in the note card. So that's how I kind of bring elements together. I'll start with one prop, and I'll start to bring in different elements. And because it was a morning light, it's giving that feeling of morning. It's simple, it's fresh, got the healthy breakfast, got the coffee. And then I just, shoot that in different angles, and I've got a little collection. But now I want to add to it some lifestyle elements from my little walks. So I've brought in some more organic, sort of simple, continuing with the theme. I've got butterflies here, I've got an image with butterflies that I took one morning on a walk. They're very difficult to photograph. We've got these interesting little pin cushions. That orange is coming through. It's got the greens. Here we've got a vegetable garden growing some herbs. It's again the greens. It's very fresh. It has a lovely, fresh, clean, sort of natural, organic feel to it. We've got a lovely, just a wooden gate. But I like including these so people can use them as, backgrounds, you can put your text on them and that sort of thing. But it's got that light, sort of like light, crisp feeling, like a morning chime, So that's how I bring these images together. It's just a feeling I get from them. We want to continue the color palettes. We've got the peaches and the sort of light greens and like a simple morning fresh feeling. The same with this image. Just a random image I had, but it was blending in because the colors of her skirt. It's got that, going out in the morning for a walk, looking out at the ocean. So that's how I'm bringing it through. It's like light, it's like crisp morning. It's got this very simple, organic feel to it. And then that's how I curate them. And once I've got enough images together, that's when I add them to the membership library.